Pep, for all these sort of tactical and team improvements you want to make, you've also been very decisive in your decision making. You've been very clear. You know, you look at Toure, as you've just said, your decision on Joe Hart and other players. Do you think, as a manager of any club, but particularly a top club, that you have to lay down that authority early on and make it clear that, you know, where you stand?
Believe me, I don't take the decisions to show my authority. So with this kind of decisions, forget about it. I don't like to take that decisions. For Joe, for the toughest decision I made, I thought it was Joe. You know how it means, Joe Hart, for this club, and how it was his behavior from the beginning when we spoke with each other. Joe with me, and it was tough. So I don't take the decisions for that, because I think because I have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, for the good of the club.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But I'm saying
I learned that in Barcelona.
Yeah. But you don't.
So when I take a decision, it's always I'm thinking what is the best for Manchester City, the best.
Yeah.
Making mistakes, because I know what's happened when we went to lose. It was all the reason why we lose. It would be the coach, the manager. So, but I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with the club. So the club, I take the decisions always in benefit for the club, knowing maybe I'm going to make a mistake, but I have to do that. I have to do that.
My point was sort of more that you are not scared of making those decisions, and it's very important as a coach that you're not scared.
I did it when I had 37 years old with the first team in Barcelona. So now I'm older. So I have to do that. So I have to do that. So what happened, for example, the case. So the club cannot accept a manager talk about the media about the decisions of the club. No, the club is not going to accept, and the players know that. So the managers, the wives, the fathers, the sons, and talking about something, it was not good benefit for the club. They are not be part of the team. They will not be part of the team. But the most important thing is the club.
Everyone's very clear. Everyone is very clear with where you and the club stand, and by operating in that way.
Yeah. But I don't know if they agree or not. I don't know. But in terms of what happened in my team, in the squad, I'm the chef. So I'm the manager, and I'm going to decide. It's not for me. I don't like to do that. But it's the best for the club. Not for now, for the future generations, for the incoming years, for the future. So what happened, every time I have to take a decision, the people who's in that decision is talking about in your prestigious media. So we could not live, we could not survive. But afterwards, the manager, we are less stronger. We are less stronger. But the people know, what happened in Manchester City. And you have to be judged what we have on the pitch. We win, how good is Manchester City, how good is the trainer, is the genius. I know what happened when we're going to lose. And after, that is. Now the disasters, the trainer is not good that we expect, the players don't run anymore else. Okay, but we're going to solve that on the pitch. After the pitch, we have control ourselves.
Pep, David Anderson from the Daily Mirror. On Saturday, Aguero will have completed his suspension. Can you just chat a little bit about his talent? Because he's got 9 goals in 5 games. Is he even better than you thought now that you're working with him on a day-to-day basis?
Of course, the striker has to score goals. I'm so happy with Kelechi as well. So, but of all of players, I want more. So I'm so happy with Sergio, so happy, but I want more. He can do better. He can do better.
Hi Pep, Paul Hurst from The Times. On Kelechi, I think we've all been surprised to see his overall game develop. He's not just just one in the box, a poacher. Do you think his all-round game's improved in terms of his link-up and his all-round play as well?
Yeah, the most important thing is Kelechi is his sense of the goal in the box. So he played last season, this year, not too many games, and the rates, the average of goals is high. He's a young player, come from here, from the academy. I know he's not English, from Nigeria, but he's a guy who training good, who tried to understand He's a guy who understands the things, not the moment when we talk each other. You know, when he trains, he has to train what we want to do, what we want to understand, what we have to do. But he helped us a lot. It's not easy to go to Old Trafford and pray in that moment, but it's the same. What happened with Sergio happened more clear with Kelechi. So he's a young player. He has a lot of things, a lot of margin, a lot of space to improve.
Pep, Martin Blackburn for the Sun. Alex Kolarov has emerged as quite a key player for you this season, which I think has surprised some of us, but he's into the last year of his contract now. Is that something you'd like to see sorted out?
But we're in September, so have time. What I want is a Kola is happy here. When he plays in that level, of course we are going to interest to speak with him and all the clubs in the world. But what I want is now he's happy, and every day he feels comfortable playing. He's a guy who helped us a lot from the beginning. So that is the most important thing. We have time to speak, because at the end the players decide. If he want to stay, he's going to stay. If he want to leave because he want to change, he's going to change. So the other thing you have to improve, so is here. So the people who want to stay, it's perfect. The people who wanted to believe, for example, Sammy, I want at the end want to stay here, but he decide to go to Sevilla. Okay, go. So I don't want the people to stay here because doesn't want to stay here, just for I don't know what. So I like to work with the people he likes to be here and help together each other to try to win the games and make our people happy.
Hi Pep, Sam Lee from Goal.com. With Aguero back in contention for Saturday, I want to know how much has he improved his pressing, his defensive side of the game in the 2 months that you've been working together?
But I think it's the players, they are on the pitch, they realize that, and the people they are off the pitch when they interview and see how their teammates do, so they know they have to do that. So I think at the end, I don't want Sergio run too much without the ball. I don't want him running 40 meters without the ball. I try to convince them what they has to do. It's at the end is 4, 5, 6 seconds for effort. He can do that. But we can support him, like Kelly, like our strikers, support him for the people from behind to make that pressure. To make always the pressure, the word pressure, high pressing, or these kind of things. The real word I like to use to my players and the people is we want the ball. Is we go there to win the ball. That's why we go, to make that pressure. Because we prefer to have the ball because we believe we have the ball, we can create more chances, and and that is the reason why. And when I see one player they don't go to the press, what I feel, they don't want to play. They don't want the ball. They prefer the ball for the opponent. I don't like. I like the ball in our position, and after that try to create as much as possible chances. When you have the ball, the opponent has few opportunities to create chances. Of course, when we lose the ball, they use the counter-attack, and here there are many teams. They are so good, like United, like Liverpool, like Leicester, like Chelsea with Hazard, Williams, many teams, Everton as well. So many teams they're using real well this kind of last game against Bournemouth. When we lose the ball, King create a lot of problems. Our behind Bakary, so that's going to happen. But the first idea is try to have the ball, and when we don't have the ball, we try to press to win the ball again as soon as possible. Okay. Gracias.